ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కే వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కే వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్ చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ ని పరీక్షించుకునే కొరకు త్వరలో ఫ్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
So can you tell the structure here? What is that? Heart. Generally we draw like something figures like that. So this is the heart structure here. Do you have heart? Do you have heart? Yes? Yeah, heart, kind hearted. So this is the internal structure of heart, how it looks. So this internal structure of heart is the very easy topic if you just put your brains on this. Okay, no need to mug up anywhere. Okay, if you just put your mind and the heart here, heart also. Okay, because this is heart, you have to put your heart here. So you can easily understand this structure, internal structure. So what is heart? Heart is a pumping organ. Heart is a pumping organ which pumps the blood, from heart to all other parts and also receives from all other parts to the heart. Okay, and in organisms, in human being, like we have the double circulation, means heart receives twice, okay, the blood. So you see here double circulation. Next one, on which side the heart is present? Your heart is slightly present.
Hello students, myself is Sanjay Kumar Singh and I did my BE from Birla Institute of Technology, Misra, and I am having 18 years experience of teaching. Now I am associated with KVC classes. Now here the advantage which you people are going to get, that there is a technical pool of faculty, mostly from IITs. So this is one of the biggest enabler for achieving your success. The second best thing is that doubt classes and all, they are conducted in the presence of faculties. So third is that your entire curriculum, timing of teachings, all is being monitored by ITMs and NITMs. So come here and join us. Thanks.
And towards the left side on your chest side. Okay, heart is present on the left, slightly towards left, slightly towards left. And what is the size of the heart? Just hold your hand like this, is your fist. So what size the fist is your heart. Just say like this. So this is my fist, right? So I have this size of heart. Okay, so yeah, the size of the heart is the size of fist size. Okay, Then this is, then generally heart is a red in color because it carries a blood here. Here in heart we have the 4-chamber heart. 4-chamber heart it is. 4-chamber heart. So what are these 4 chambers? So this is the right atrium. On left, this is the left side. This is left side. This means this side. This left side. And that is the right side. The left side always will have the oxygenated blood. So this side, everything oxygenated blood. Okay, whether it is sending to the lung, whether it is receiving. Left side, good one. Right side, bad one. You think like that? Carbon dioxide. So this side, deoxygenated blood, that means CO2. You can simply write deoxygenated. So on left, oxygenated blood. On right, deoxygenated blood. 4 chambers. What are the 4 chambers? On the right side, you observe the right auricle, right ventricle. Right auricle, right ventricle. Top one is the auricle, just posterior. Anterior one is the auricle, posterior one is the ventricle. So right auricle, right ventricle. So see in the figure, this is the right auricle and this is the right ventricle. See on the left side, what you have, the 2 chambers. On left side also, left auricle, left ventricle. Okay. So this right auricle and the left, see this right auricle and the right ventricle, they are separated by some valves. So definitely right atrium, right ventricle, they have to be separated here. You can simply write atrium, auricle antam, just we can also write atrium also. Right atrium or the right ventricle, they are separated by some valves. So that valve is called the tricuspid valve. So the right atrium and the right ventricle, they are separated by tricuspid valve. So this is the tricuspid valve. The left ventricle and the left auricle here, they are separated by mitral valve. This is the mitral valve. So 4 chambers, right atrium, right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. So when you see the right side, right atrium, left, so right atrium, right ventricle, they are separated by the tricuspid. So here left atrium, left ventricle, they are separated by the bicuspid valve or the mitral valve. The bicuspid valve can also be called as the mitral valve. Then the right, or see here, the right atrium, see the right atrium receives blood. What blood? The right atrium receives blood. Receives blood from different parts of the body. It receives blood from body parts. Anterior by inferior, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So see here. So this is the inferior vena cava and this is the superior vena cava. So is this clear, ma? So what I am telling here is the 4-chamber heart. You have seen the already 4-chamber heart. Next we will see from where the blood is coming. Okay. So this is the right atrium. So the right atrium receives blood from body parts. So what are the means of receiving? Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava. Superior means anterior portions. Inferior means posterior parts like hands, legs, like that. So posterior parts. So our blood is in the right or atrium. Next, then after receiving the blood into the right atrium here, what will happen? So now the blood, so from inferior, superior, the blood has come to the right atrium here. So what this right atrium will do, it will send the blood. Which blood? Deoxygenated blood. So it will send to the right ventricle here. It will right ventricle. So this deoxygenated blood, okay, after coming to this, after coming into the right ventricle here, all the valves close. Whenever the valves are closed here, it will send the deoxygenated blood to the pulmonary artery. Okay. So the deoxygenated blood will go to the pulmonary artery, to the lungs. So for oxygenation. So that's on right side is completed. Then come with the left side. Left side will be having the pulmonary vein here. This pulmonary vein, they'll receives the oxygenated blood from the lung. So our blood is in the left atrium. After left atrium is filled, it will come to the left ventricle here. After coming to the left ventricle, here which valve is there? Bicuspid valve. The bicuspid valve closes. So here is a pressure is exerted. So this here one valve will be there. Okay, aorta. So from aorta, the oxygenated blood will goes to all other parts. So this is about the transport of blood in the heart. Clearly, I will show this. So simply write this like this. Okay. So this is the right atrium, left one, sorry, right ventricle, same here, left auricle or atrium, left atrium, left ventricle. So this right one receives the blood. Which blood? Deoxygenated blood from two parts. Write it there. So superior or inferior? Superior, inferior vena cava. That is deoxygenated blood. So from two parts will receive. So the blood will move to the right ventricle. So from this right ventricle, so it will send to the, so deoxygenated blood is there. So the deoxygenated blood we got from all other parts. Now what heart will do? It will pump to, it have to be oxygenated, right? So this right ventricle, from this one artery will come. What is that? Pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is there. It will send the deoxygenated blood to lung. Completed. Right side is completed. So inferior vena cava, superior vena cava, deoxygenated blood is collected. Deoxygenated blood, once it reaches to the right ventricle, closes there. It will send the blood to the lung. లంగ్కి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, ఇక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది వాల్వ్. సో deoxygenated blood is sent to the lung. So right side completed. Now come to the left side. Left side, right atrium is there, or what it receives? Oxygenated blood from lung through the pulmonary vein. Through pulmonary vein. So pulmonary vein. Now after filling this, it will come to the ventricle here. The ventricle here, the valve is closed. Now this ventricle, from ventricle one arises. What is the one arises? Aorta. Aorta arises. Aorta is an artery. Okay, biggest artery is the aorta. So this aorta will send the oxygenated blood to all parts. That's it. Is there any difficulty here? Right side, left side. That so as the heart receives blood twice here, so it's called the double circulation. We'll discuss the double circulation with a clear diagram. So this is the only the internal structure of the heart. So hope you understood, right? Right side all deoxygenated, right, deoxygenated. The left side only oxygenated blood. So this is about the internal structure of the heart.